Welcome to my brief review on God's Side of the Space Issue, written by Dr. Art Wilson. He was a part of the Bible Belt and things really taking off. Or the book is also titled Man in the Trespassing of God's Space. Okay. And the main point that Art Wilson is driving home is pretty self-explanatory. Essentially, that man has no business anywhere near trying to break through the firmament, trying to break into space, trying to leave the Earth. Okay. And this was written in 1963, again, in the heat of the space race. The space race was between 1955 and 1975, between what some people will call the two Babylons, America and Russia. Okay. This book is 46 pages long. Specifically, how is this book useful to me? I'm interested in doctrines that people don't talk about in Christendom often, but would be very important. And so, just how God intended us to use the earth, whether we're able to leave it or not, whether the earth is flat, if it's a round ball flying through space. What does the Bible say about these things? And so. A captivating thought or takeaway is that Art Wilson, he wrote that with every rocket, America or Russia tries to send into space, said country gets weaker spiritually in the eyes of God. And it makes sense, think about if the devils left heaven and perhaps are trying to get back in. Operation Fishbowl, led by the United States, trying to nuke the firmament. There's a video on that. And so, guys, the idea is that things like this would be up in the same tier as evolution. Okay, so with evolution, they're leading people away from God's natural design and how 6,000 years of human history, all right, basic Christian tenets like this. And so some people would go as far as saying that it's blasphemous to say that the earth is a round ball flying through space. Okay, and so that's the idea here. If we are being sold on people being sent into space or the eternal, all right, trying to break away from this closed system that we are meant to have dominion over here, and we're trying to leave, and perhaps not only trying to leave, but trying to break into heaven. I fully do believe that heaven is above the geographical north, above the middle of the earth, above the North Star. The Bible, there's verses on that I think are very descriptive to proving that. And so he essentially shines a light on this. I think it could be a very important doctrine, space versus no space, men trying to leave the firmament, but they're not supposed to. So we're focusing on things that are outside of this world, and we should be focusing on things that are inside of this world, etc. Or, an example, sin. If men were to worry about sin and spend money on, their resources and time and focus on wiping sin out versus leaving the earth's atmosphere or the firmament, then this world would be a different place. Okay. So I'm trying to stress the importance of said things. Would I recommend this book to a friend? Absolutely. I actually had a disciple of mine read this. We talk about these kind of things. It's fun. Does this book glorify God? Yes, absolutely. I'm in full agreement personally that we have no business leaving the earth, spending our money to do so. I don't believe that we can. I don't believe that anybody has ever left the earth's atmosphere outside of Christ, who was the only one to physically ascend to the Father. I fully believe, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, but I believe that happens a little bit differently. Anyways, and so does this book glorify God? Yes, absolutely. If it's shining the light on heresies and blasphemies of God, people mocking God, sending rockets into space and into the eternal, things like that, and it's telling us to hone in and focus more and to be more orderly with our thoughts and our doctrines, I fully believe this book glorifies God. I have no critiques personally, and I would give this book a 8 or 9 out of 10. He perhaps could have went a little more in depth on things. I would say an 8.5 out of 10.